Dear all, good morning, good evening. Today is a new day, Thursday, October 30th, 2025, a day of responsibility, wisdom, and reconciliation for our nation. I'm Jimmy, professor of universities and president of the Movement for the Liberation and Development of Cameroon, MLDC, a political party founded in 1998. I am addressing you, Cameroonian men and women, but also Mr. Paul Atanga, Minister of Territorial Administration, whom I have had the honor to meet and whom I speak now with respect as a statesman and as a citizen deeply committed to the peace and stability of our nation. I have listened attentively your statement, Mr. Minister. You firmly denounced the act of violence, the call for insurrection, and the manipulation alleged orchestrated through social medias following the announcement of the result of the October 12, 2025 presidential election. You reaffirm the state's determination to maintain order, protect institutions, and ensure public security. On this point, we fully agree. No political dispute can even justify violence, loss of life, or the destruction of public property. However, Mr. Minister, allow me to recall a fundamental truth of our democracy. Only the courts can declare a citizen guilty, not political species. In a state governed by the rule of law, the presumption of innocence is not a privilege. It is a republican guarantee, a red line that must be respected by all, regardless of political affiliation. You mentioned in your declaration the case of a candidate accused of inciting unrest. With all due respect to your high office, I urge you to let the justice do its work independently and without interference from the executive branch. For it is the justice system and it alone that speak in the name of Cameroonian people. Furthermore, let us recall the political facts. According to official results, candidate Issa Chiroma received more than 35% of the vote cast, representing nearly one third of the national electorate. This means, Mr. Minister, that 1 in 3 Cameroonians identified with his message, his project, or his hope. And in a democratic republic, 1/3 of the people represent 1/3 of the national sovereignty. Our institution, which you are right to defend, draw their legitimacy from the very popular sovereignty. Therefore, at this critical moment in our history, we must listen to that 1/3 of the people, not to endorse their view blindly, but to give them a place in national dialogue, because a nation cannot be governed against its people, but only with them. Mr. Minister, the stability you invoke cannot be built through repression, but through trust. It cannot be imposed by fear, but by justice. It cannot be preserved by silence, but by dialogue. That is why the MLDC, which I have the honor to lead, now call for an inclusive political dialogue between the government, opposition parties, civil society actors, and religious and traditional authorities. A sincere, lucid, and patriotic dialogue, not to contest the institution, but preserve the nation. We must move beyond the logic of winner and loser, because at the end of the day, after the election, there is no enemies, only one people, weary, wounded, and still standing. To you, Mr. Minister, whom I had had the privilege to meet privately in your office when you did not know me, I say this: please, please, preserve that same attitude I perceive in you, that of a statesman open to dialogue. You stand now at the heart of a sensitive period in our nation history. You carry a tremendous responsibility, that of preserving national cohesion. I urge you to be not only the Minister of Territorial Administration, but also the Minister of Territorial Reconciliation, the one who sort of unite and listen. Because Cameroon does not need the language of war, but the language of responsibility and hope. We have had already lost too much blood, too much energy, too many years in fruitless quarrel. Let this message be heard as a call for calm, reason, and greatness. Together, majority, opposition, administration, citizens, we must protect our nation from division. The Republic gains nothing by humiliating its critics, and the opposition gains nothing by destroying what binds us together. But Cameroon will gain everything if we decide today to speak to one another. Thank you. Long live the MLDC. Long live the Republic. Long live a united and reconciled Cameroon. God bless Cameroon.